I'm Lindsey Olson, and I'm here at the Water Street Studio doing a shoot with Modern Salon, and I want to share with you guys some really cool hot tips of how you can do a successful photo shoot and create some really good shapes. So what I'm going to be using today is Sam Villa's texture iron, which we already prepped Christina's hair with, so you can see all of the texture that's on her hair. And this is what makes the hair really full and playful. Like, this is how you can create a lot of shapes. But to add some more substance to it, I'm also going to be using a form. So this is what really takes some of the shapes to another level. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how easy it is to create this. So what I've done is I've sectioned the back of Christina's hair away from behind her ears and just placed it into a small chignon. Now I have the front of her hair and I'm directing it to where I'm going to place the roll. So I've brushed everything to her left eye. So I'm brushing, brushing, brushing. And the thing about the texture iron too, I want to share with you, is make sure you really brush it out. A lot of people use the texture iron and they don't brush it out, so it stays really crimped, which is cool, but to get the maximum amount of volume, you need to brush it out. So really take the time to brush it out section by section. So now what I'm doing is combing everything to where I'm going to start the roll. Now she's got a little bit of a fringe in here too. So the way I'm going to place the roll is starting at her base versus starting at her ends. This way I won't lose control over her fringe and I'll be able to tuck it in and just tuck away the ends as I go. So I'm going to brush all the way to her eye, elevating it up a little bit, and I have both sides in my hand and I want it a little bit looser there. So now I'm going to take the roll, place it where that fringe is, and now I'm just going to tuck all of these ends around the roll like that, okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm going to take the roll and turn it to the back and start to tuck it under this way to create my shape. So now all the roll is starting to be covered up by her hair, and then what I can do is start to use some long hairpins. So here's some long hairpins, and start to secure the form to Christina's head. So when you're using a hairpin, start at the form, so you can see I'm in the form like that. And now I want to go from the form to her head, and you want to place it really next to her scalp. Not where it hurts, but where it's secure. So going from the form to Christina's scalp and pushing in. So I'm just going to place a couple more on the other side of the form. Now these forms have pins at them, like a button in the back. I didn't secure it because I wanted to create a wider shape like this. So I'm playing with the form more openly, then tucking it all the way across. But you can see I'm starting to get some secure style there. And now I can start to pull this a little bit looser in the front. And turn a little bit this way. And start to push up where I want some more volume in the back. So just where your hands are, as you're holding this up, I'm then going to go with some more hairpins here, and going from her hair, again pushing it against her scalp, using the hairpins. And I do want to share with you a really good hot tip. When it comes to hairpins, they're not all made the same. So when it comes to the hairpins that you're looking for, you want to be able to go like this to your fingers to the hairpin. Some of the hairpins will open up completely. Those pins are not good for putting up hair. Those pins are good for just setting the hair where you want to hold it and then taking them out. To use pins that you're going to secure hair with, they have to be strong enough that they're not going to bounce back. So invest in some good hairpins, makes a big difference. So as I'm just placing that, now when I can turn her, I can start to push and move the hair over the form and create more of the shape that I want. It really does give you a lot of options of what to do. If I want to push this up more here in the back to create kind of a curvature in the front, all I have to do is push the form and then add some hairpins to secure it into place. And how fast was this? Like, so quick and easy. It really makes you feel like you can do any kind of shape and create some really cool editorial or avant-garde looks. And then when it comes to around her face, I might pull these bits out. But once that's in there, don't be afraid to pull on the hair. Once you have that form in there, this is where you really can create some unique looks by kind of pulling on the hair and creating more different shapes and structures once everything's tucked away. So those ends right there, I can just tuck them away. It depends on what angle you're going for, what's actually going to show, what really you need to be concerned about. So as I'm working, I'm just moving this over there, tucking these ends in, and then I can move this hair all the way to the back and keep playing with the shape. So that way you have so many options of what you can do. And if I want this a little bit fuller, I can even just use my fingers. And because of Sambia's texture iron, all of that volume we have in there, I can loosen this up and it's gonna help just explode and create more volume and width into the structure. So I can keep going, pushing this a little bit forward, because I like what that's doing when you have a little bit more volume. So again, I'm coming in with the hairpins and pushing all the way in to give her some structure. But this is a really easy way to create. So forms are a must, whether you're doing something like this, or think about what I love is prom and homecoming and wedding days. Not everybody has enough hair to get the shape that you're looking for. So instead of worrying about adding in extensions, forms are really gonna help you give you that volume that you need, because nowadays everybody's showing you a picture that their updo is like this big and it's about this far away from their head. So invest in some forms, which you can find at multiple distributors, that will help you create the shapes and give you the volume without having to worry about your guests that don't quite have a lot of hair to create that. So stay tuned, we're gonna keep working today and create a lot of good looks on Christina.